Hello guys, what's up? Moses here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what I've been doing in Incursion League. This league, as you may know, I decided to play solo self-found only, so no trading, no party ups with people. Everything I've found, everything I have is basically self-farmed. And I wanted to kind of like go over and update you guys about what I've been doing. So yeah, I started out as a miner, Glacial Cascade. It is an excellent build to start out farming with, so I basically used just like a rare dagger that I found with some spell damage and crit for spells, and then I identified this weapon, which is definitely very, very nice. I found this, it dropped as it is with the crit for spells, with the Fizz's extra fire. We're able to craft some spell damage over there, and I exalted the lightning damage to spells. It also had the attack speed. On an Opal Scepter with the 40 elemental damage, that's an excellent starting weapon, and DPS wise, we could be a bit better. Of course, that's with the Golem, about 45k. We still don't have an Essence Swarm because solo self-found never found it just yet, so we were never able to run Hatred Aura because we do play Mind Over Matter and we do need our Essence Swarm. But I did manage to find a very solid helmet right here with place an additional mine, with some flat cold damage to spells, and we're able to craft a life roll on it. This is an absolutely ridiculous shield right here with a bunch of spell damage, big life roll, some lightning, and tier 1 crit chance for spells, some even some mana regen. I couldn't craft this if I mean, this one is just so sick. Yeah, unbelievable actually. And yeah, there's still an open prefix here. I guess I could throw an exalt on it if I really wanted to. Could still roll hybrid life roll with energy shield, or even some cold damage. When it comes to the rest of the gear, we have a nice little gold ring here with some life resist, some attack speed for shield charge. Here we got some crit multi, big life roll, and spell damage. This item I found while I was playing the story, just leveling up. This is item level 63, I believe, somewhere around Act 9 or 10. I found that one. Very solid. Day 1, it was kind of insane. I never dropped it since then. Yeah, here we got some big life roll, some resist, some strength for more life, and yeah, still running Glacial Cascade. Obviously, no. We still run physical to lightning. We don't have the conversion from either the helmet or from long winter jewels that I haven't been able to find. I found a bunch of unique jewels. There's a bunch of unique jewels here, but no long winter. That's kind of unfortunate. But hey, we're working with what we're dropping, and that's what we have. So yeah, pretty solid build here. Just nice life roll and some resists. I crafted some, jewelry for that as well. Here we got actually the nice enchant in Merc Lab with the 90% increased crit chance if you haven't crit recently, which is best in slot for the build. So when I did Uber Lab, I never thought it's worth trying to get that same enchant only with 30% more. That one rolls, you know. And yeah, and that's our Glacial Cascade. You guys know it. I did manage to find a clear mind. It rolled as it is, so 1% off of perfect. But I found that after I stopped playing the character. At this point, I'm only playing the character to just kill bosses. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We got some here, some crit multi for spells, crit multi for cold skills. Over here, we got some life, some area damage, global fizz damage, and I exalted that projectile speed. Feels bad, man. Here we got some mind damage, crit for spells, crit multi for spells. Nothing too insane, just solo self-found, but this character is definitely eligible and able to do everything in the game, pretty much. On to the next character. After about a week and a half, maybe a week, the league has been going for about 3 weeks now. So yeah, the miner turned about 95, and then I made myself a wander because I did find Piscator's Vigil and Thunderfist and well, the Starconjas and other nice items like the Queen of the Forest that we were able to use at first. Yeah, we had our Queen of the Forest over here. It was 5-linked. I tried 6-linking it and failed because I did end up getting a lore weave, and we did manage to 6-link that lore weave, and with that we have a lot more damage and survivability with the 80 elemental damage. It has nice life roll, but honestly the crit chance and the elemental damage rolled on the low side. But definitely a very solid chest, pretty happy about that. And it's also actually one of the reasons why I'm making this video, because I want to kind of like, you know, keep these characters as they are, ready to go, because I'm probably gonna, you know, take apart this character and grab some other items for other characters, mostly, you know, the Biscos, the Venter's Gamble, which has, you know, 60 all res, 50 life, big rarity, and a little bit of increased quantity. So nice drop here. We did manage to drop this Bisco. I didn't touch it, just identified it as it is, and good stuff. Yeah, and the lore weave, of course, we're gonna take apart as well. Maybe even these boots that are absolutely awesome. They got 25 movement speed, over 60 all res, 90 life, 30 strength, good stuff right there. So definitely gonna take that for another character, since I'm probably not gonna be playing the Wander anymore. I did manage to fit in these Maligaro's Virtuosity. I lose a little bit of life there, but you know, the damage is just ridiculous. And we're using this temple weapon that has basically 15% light res penetration and big flat lightning damage with an increased lightning damage and a little bit of attack speed. Did manage to craft some crit chance on it, which makes it a very solid wanding weapon, and it is very comparative with Piscator's, maybe even slightly better. When it comes to the flask setup, we're using Experimenters of Staunching, Silver Flask for the Onslaught. We got that increased evasion that did have a little bit more value when I was using the Queen of the Forest, because it has 100%, 60 to 100. Just crafted that. Alchemist of Reflexes, Perpetual Diamond of Wanding for the, you know, the diamond, the crit chance, and an ample of adrenaline. We also got this series flask. Over here we deal no physical damage. Actually, we do deal a little bit of physical damage. With Piscator's we weren't, but now we do deal a little bit of physical damage. So this actually does gain a little bit of extra damage from Chaos, but mostly the elemental damage. Our physical damage is obviously this one, pretty minuscule overall. And yes, I mean, this is our tree. We did pick up the Pathfinder this time. I did want to go with, you know, these alchemist nodes and the extra flask effect and flask duration, and you know, these are pretty nice little flask nodes, and overall it gave us a pretty fast clear speed character. And I never really played Pathfinder as far as I can remember. We do have some penetration here, you know, 10%, and a little bit of extra damage as a random element. Flask action across the board, bunch of movement speed, nice little happy character. This character does feel a little bit weird when, you know, evade chance fails and dodge chance fails. You sometimes will get one-shotted. I did die quite a bit of, you know, I am level 94. I did die quite a bit of times. 99 times, so a little over 1 per level on average. But yeah, it's been quite a little bit of fun overall. We did pick up the Val Pact. We're leeching super quickly, and here we're just using I can just throw in a little bit of map here. So yeah, we're using Wrath for additional lightning damage. Herald of Ice is linked with Innervate, Curse on Hit, Assassin's Mark right here. We have an increased duration Grace and Haste that I'm only using for the Valve versions of them with increased duration for extra dodge and extra, speed. We have a cast when damage taken linked with Immortal Call and Temporal Chains. Wrath is just, it's linked, but it's just for the socket. Yeah, we're just using that one. Passively for the aura effect. Here we got faster attacks knockback, power charge on crit, and barrage. Barrage here is mainly used to knock back the enemy to a wall. I'm going to show you how that works actually. Alright, so we're going in, activating Blood Rage, and just kind of like everything explodes. It feels pretty good. It's a very, very solid, fun character to map with. It's not amazing against bosses. Barrage knockback does help a lot. I'm gonna show you Torres here. But yeah, I mean, I was able at first. I ran a Thunder Fist with the, as a pseudo 5.5 link, you could call it, with the Kinetic Blast. Yeah, with the Kinetic Blast, as a 5 link, they do add an added lightning gem, and they do add 1 to 100 flat lightning damage to attacks with a little bit of attack speed. Overall, very solid gloves, and they're also quite rare. So I was kind of surprised when I was even able to find them, because they are pretty rare gloves. And that gave me the idea to even make these this character. At that point, I already had the Starconjas, and I already had the Queen of the Forest. So yeah, I mean, making a wonder was just a matter of when do I start, pretty much, because I already have, like, I was kind of like just waiting. Piscators, I guess I did have that one also. Actually, Piscators I found the latest. So I had like all these items and kind of like trying to chance Piscator's Vigil's wand, and let's enter this incursion. What do we got here? Pack size and speed. I guess we're upgrading pack size. I guess. I mean. Okay. So yeah, we're using the knockback, as you can see, to just knock this thing into the wall, and then you just barrage them down. By barrage, of course, I mean kinetic blast them down with the ricochet from the walls. That's the tactic that we're using to kill bosses, simply because, I mean, at this point I could still run Thunder Fist for clear with kinetic blast, and I do have a 6 link, so just knocking it with knocking it back, and then throwing the good old. So we're here. We want that. Cool. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, you knock them back with barrage, and then you kill them with the kinetic blast ricochet from the wall. That's basically the tactic, which makes some bosses a bit difficult. For example, Calm in Volcano map, or what? Not Volcano. Used to be Volcano. Now it's called Caldera map. And such places with no walls are a bit problematic, but still, we're making it work. This is another example. We can go in right there. But I mean, since we're already here, might as well clear this entire map. The Automaton Herald effect is in fact pretty awesome as well. All these blue smoky explosions. Very, very good stuff all around. Alright, so just gotta make sure Blood Rage is on. So yeah, this is the boss. We're barely doing any damage. Like, if we just attack him like that, eventually it will die, but it will take it some time. Just clear everything around. And the boss should be somewhere here. Alright. So he's here, we're popping our Val skills, and we're just killing him that way. That is a map boss. 12 monsters left. Let's get out of here. So yeah, that's this character. We leveled it up as a bow character. I was able to find Death's Harp and Death's Opus, which are... yeah, that bow right there. That's Harp, and then you upgrade it with the Prophecy. I don't remember the name, but I did manage to get the Prophecy. Hyri's Demise, we did manage to get that Prophecy. So these two items make leveling with a bow a pretty nice little happy breeze. From level 44 and 45 we can equip those, but obviously a bunch of unique bows and quivers that I've been using, you know, along the way, you know, as I unlock them with the leveling. So that's pretty much all there is to say about this character. Here we got a very, you know, just solid armor evasion, bunch of resists, start conjures with 99 to life, attack speed, crit. This I've already shown. This Maligaros. Yeah, I think I've pretty much shown everything. Oh, and we got that one as well with a 42 elemental damage with attack, resists, fire damage, strength, and we were able to craft a little bit of life here. A little bit of flat accuracy, didn't hurt. And yeah, that's pretty much it for these two builds. And now we also have our Double Strike. Now, Double Strike was buffed in the recent patch notes, and now it adds substantial damage against bleeding enemies. Oh yeah, it's the green gem, of course. So Double Strike and Val Double Strike. Yeah, as you can see, it adds 101 to 152 at level 19 against bleeding enemies. So we want to make sure that we have chance to bleed, and also if we're dealing with bleeding, for extra clearing, hemophilia are pretty good gloves. Bleeding enemies you kill grants 5% damage of their life as an explosion AoE, and these gloves provide you with additional 25% chance to bleed and a little bit of other damage over that. We're not really scaling the bleed damage, we're just adding the chance to bleed, because bleed damage and scaling that is still not going to be worth, not going to be doing too much if anything, but the, you know, chance to bleed and then adding a big flat damage 101 to 152 is pretty huge. Will substantially increase our DPS. Here we got just some life resist. Some life resist helm. I filled in dexterity to be able to equip this beauty, and this is really the highlight of the build. It's like kind of like pretty crazy, insane weapon right here, with, you know, the double extra damage mods and fizz as life leech, crit chance, crit multi, attack speed, and even chance to bleed as an implicit, which is definitely very nice. This dropped as it is. I didn't craft it. I did try and craft some stuff and failed miserably when it comes to like weapons. I spent, I don't know, thousands of alterations trying to get a reasonable foil, but at this point we're using Dreadbeak, which is Redbeak's enhanced prophecy fated item, fated unique, and it's just the highest DPS sword that I currently have, so I'm using it right now as the main hand. Double Strike only uses main hand, so this is our stat stick, right? And yeah, we do have our hemophilia gloves. Let's go over the links. We got enfeeble, cast when damage taken, and that's it. Ruthless is just, you know, we're swapping in for single target Ruthless, and melee on full life, melee damage on full life for single target instead of the melee splash and ancestral call that are linked again with Double Strike, chance to bleed, melee physical, and elemental damage with attacks. Since we do have big portion of our However, damage gained is extra fire and extra cold, so we will enhance that. Also, we're picking up these elemental damage nodes on the tree. Here we got some faster attacks, Sleep Slam, Blood Magic, and Fortify. Arctic Armor. That's just an extra double strike we're leveling. I'm trying to hit that, 2020 double strike, or sorry, 2021, 2120 Val double strike. That's kind of like the dream. Yeah, I don't know if I'll play the character that much, but I do have up until now like just a bunch of double strikes. We're gonna play it, leveling it up. I do have also an elemental hit that I'm trying to level for the next character. I'm gonna talk about that in a bit. This chest we got from the 6th link. We got it from the Dapper Prodigy. Dapper Prodigy, that's it. So I was farming Residence map, I believe it was, and I got that. So as soon as I got it, it was with the miner. I was farming it, and I wanted to get a it was an entire struggle to get a 6th link this league. Obviously, so self-found. So it was an entire struggle trying to get a 6th link with for the miner. I still have the tabula on it. But yeah, when I did finish a set, I did get a gladiator plate level 100 right here. So I was like, okay, we got an armor based. Val double strike was buffed. My next character is Val double strike, and I had this as well. Oh yeah, and that and that. So basically, these are kind of like the core items. This drove me into playing the character, but I also had that. I knew I wanted to do something with it, and I never had enough, I never had enough dexterity to put that one on my miner. Those of you that asked me on the stream, I mean, probably would be an upgrade with the double extra damage mods, with the crit multi, but still, the attack speed 179 would be very nice for shield charge. Obviously, would be a pretty good weapon, but 220 dex is just way too much for my miner. He has about 110, something like that. And in a still self-found environment, it's pretty hard to to get that. So yeah, I mean, this is where we are with this character. We got some fizz damage, leeched as mana with a big life roll, good resist. We crafted some flat fizz damage to attacks. Here we already had fizz damage to attacks, so with a little bit of extra lightning for the elemental. We got the intelligence that we need to be able to equip stuff. Without it, we can't equip things. So I do have better rings with elemental damage to attacks. Just gotta shove that intelligence somewhere. When it comes to reservation, I'm using Blasphemy Assassin's Mark. If I manage to find myself an Elder Ring, so far the only influenced ring I have is this right here, but I do want that Assassin's Mark on hit, and that can only happen on Elder items, and I did manage to try crafting it, but nothing good came out of this one. And yeah, it's a pretty rare roll as it is. So we do have the fizz damage leeched as mana, which means I don't need to pick up any mana leech nodes or here. I did use that one before before I needed to before I could use this ring. I did use this mana leech, but yeah, right now we have the fizz damage leech as mana, so we don't need that. When it comes to the belt, just straight up life resist, LA damage crafted. Here, these are pretty solid boots overall. We got the enchant life regen if you were hit recently. Doesn't hurt. I mean, it's okay. So yeah, Arctic Armor, Double Strike. Ancestral War Chief is just to give us some more multiplier to our damage against bosses. We'll just put it there and destroy stuff. And I think I pretty much went through all of the character. Yeah, this is our Leap Slam. Here we got the Blasphemy and Assassin's Mark. Increased critical strikes. Just we're leveling it up so we could you know, potentially use it here eventually, but we'll see. I'm just leveling up this gem at this point. And Stone Golem, we're not really using it. We're using the Lightning Golem for the most part, but it's nice to have a Stone Golem, and I had a 20 quality one, and I've just been leveling it up. When you're in, you know, you're doing lab, you're kind of low on potions, and you need that regen after severe damage from a trap that you manage to survive, then you pop the, you know, you pop the Golem and it gives a little bit of life regen, and feels pretty good. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really using it. Here we got the Herald of Ash that I am using, Blood Rage, and some nice Golem. And yeah, that's pretty much about this character, except let's talk about, yeah, it is a Scion, and I did pick up Path of the Marauder in the end. I could have done it a little bit differently, but I decided to try and get, you know, from my experience with melee characters, I don't know, some stuff always get to me and destroy me, and it feels weird a little bit. So I just wanted to be a little bit tankier. So I picked up Juggernaut and Path of the Marauder here. Juggernaut makes it so that we can't be chilled, can't be stunned. Obviously, we can't be frozen because you know, Flask of Heat, so we're never frozen or chilled, and it's very helpful overall for a character like this, I feel. And cannot be stunned, as well as the accuracy that we don't, you know, need to worry about. We do get endurance charges if we've been hit recently, so we get 1 per second. I did pick up stamina, so +1 to endurance charge, and +2, 0.2% of maximum life regenerate per second per endurance charge, so we get 0.8% life per second, which is, you know, it doesn't hurt. Ideally, I would have picked the increase in endurance charge duration, which would be, in my opinion, more useful, but I need to travel an additional point here. So for now, I did pick up this stamina. So we got 4 endurance charges. Power charges, we get 3 from the Assassin's Mark. And frenzy charges, we get 3 from Blood Rage. And that's kind of like pretty much how it goes. We did pick up Slayer. Slayer gives us the Culling Strike, the whole leech love that are not removed after, you know, the target's been dead, and after our life reaches full, we continue leeching and cannot take physical reflect. Yeah, we leveled it up as a Scion. I started with the melee damage nodes, and then I unspec'd once I finished Uber Lab. This is a pretty standard tree. We got the sword nodes here, we got the sword nodes here, all the life, sword nodes, crit for swords, crit for one-hand melee weapons, and that's pretty much all there is to talk about this character. Just a fun little happy Scion. We are level 88 right now, and there's still, you know, good 6 more levels, I believe, so we'll pick up this jewel socket, Fervor, and we'll pick up another jewel socket for the next 6 levels, so we'll reach 94 here. And I mean, that's how the tree looks like. We got this attack speed node right here, or cluster, and we'll pick up the next 2 jewel sockets, for which I'll probably craft normal jewels, not abyssal jewels, because we're not really scaling too much. You know, we don't. I mean, I guess I could. We'll see just what I get. I think that you know, just trying to get some crit multi on normal jewels, or attack speed with swords, you know, stats like that, just global melee damage, stuff like that will be pretty cool for this type of character. And yeah, I think that's all there is to talk about this type of character. We could run, I don't know if I want to run like an entire map, but let's just find Alva. And this one has temp chains, which is not that big of a deal, but it's a bit annoying. Let's go with the temp chains anyways. So yeah, let's pop the auras. So we got Arctic Armor, we got Assassin's Mark on Blasphemy, and we got Herald of Ash, and we got the Golem. And yeah, temp chain is a bit annoying. We do pop our you know, Blood Rage. Oh, it's gonna be even more annoying. We got some proximity shield monsters here. So yeah, you basically just hit once and everything explodes from the chain explosions, which is kind of cool. There's no severe cold action going, so you know. And this is of course the Val double strike. So yeah, girls are going to town. We are Scion. And yeah, we're just like leaping around, minding our own business and destroying stuff in one hit, pretty much. There's a little bit of a breach here going. So yeah, no shattering things because this is not a cold-based character. So you know, it's only the physical. Okay, you don't want to stand on the little bubble there. Breach is pretty much over. It's really so sad what they've done with breaches. This character also, I mean, it doesn't have the like Biscos or anything, so you do get a lot less items. And yeah, I mean, I don't have Biscos for it. I can't remove this amulet because I needed dexterity. This character is pretty much stuck in terms of like I can't really move too many items because I'm playing solo self-found. If I was in a trading league, I would be able to get, you know, all the stats that I need on like one item for 3 chaos or something like that and just use it. Like some ring with enough intelligence, life, a little bit of resist, some 2 stone rings, and then, you know, it would be a lot easier, but it's just not the case. I just cannot do that because, yeah, so self-found, baby. But, I mean, it's all good. I just wanted to find Alva, but, I mean, you get the point. That's the character. It is kind of a lot of fun. And of course the Val double strike makes it even better right now. Gotta make sure that, oh my god, rip. Flaskless with temp chains, and what do we have here? Monsters have resistances. God. Okay, oh, we can't even leave. Either way, that was it. The boss will stay alive for the sake of this video. It is a 30-minute video, holy. Either way, well, 3 characters, 30 minutes, about 10 minutes per character overall. This character, we are still, yeah, when it comes to Atlas strategy, like I said, I did do the Residence at one point, but I changed that to Bazaar, so I'll be able to farm some Exalted Orb cards. And, you know, Saint's Treasure dropped there, and I did drop a few. We got half of 2 Exalteds with the cards, 5 out of 10. And, yeah, so Bazaar is the map of choice for tier 12, for tier 11. You know, some shaped underground river helps us with the Alks, and very good density map. We got the Armory for the XP, and we got Waste Pool and shaped estuary map. Still have not found a single Heterochromia card. Well, did I? Oh wait, so I did find one, but like I'm talking maybe 100 maps across the Wander, Glacial Cascade Miner, and this character. Probably 100 maps so far. I only got the one. So let's talk a little bit actually about this card. So Heterochromia gives us a unique 2-stone rings. The only unique 2-stone rings that exist in the game. There's 4. All these barracks rings from Nemesis League. And naive old me, I thought when I managed to shape this map and start running it, these will drop fairly consistently. That's an extremely rare card. And even with the Wander, I was running it very regularly, like mostly with the Wander, you know, with all the Magic Find and the Biscos and the, you know, Ventur's Gamble. I thought I'll be able to drop these, but no, not all that much. But generally the plan was to find all 3 rings and then get the Taming, which is if you vendor all 3 unique 2-stone rings, Barracks Pass, Barracks Grip, and Barracks something else, you get the Taming, which is an insane damage boost for a character like an Elemental Wander that initially I wanted to run with, you know, my old wanders. That's kind of like what I thought. But alas, only one ring and about 100 maps. We're gonna still farm this. We're gonna still make more characters, and hopefully, you know, even with this character, I'm only level 88. We're gonna get to about 94. Like I said, we're gonna have at least a few more skill points. I do want to fill in these jewels. That's kind of a huge DPS increase. Maybe this fervor node, or alternatively 2 life nodes here or something like that to increase the life pool of the character. But yeah, I mean, that was the thought process with these 2 stone rings right here, and I mean, it didn't happen. But you know, we still got 2 more months in this league, and we're on the grind. When it comes to future characters, what the plans are, trying to get more fusings to hopefully link this bow. We did manage to, you know, I got 50 fusing, 70 something. Let's try and link it right now. Maybe we get some video RNG and GG. But yeah, I mean, I spent about 800 fusings on this bow alone so far, and nothing. And I mean, rip. Yeah, so the next character, I did manage to get this bow, the Zoff Nurture, with the 300 max increased physical damage roll, which is pretty sweet. I just got it as it is, and yeah, so we did the, you know, Zoff breaches. We got 2 bows, we got 1 blessing. I used the blessing, got that, got the 6 sockets because it's super easy, and never 6 link. I mean, we're gonna keep trying, obviously, but that's our next character. I'm gonna try something with elemental hit, because I did manage to find in the Soul Self-Found world these 2 jewels. There are new jewels that makes elemental hit not choose lightning and not choose cold, which means it's gonna shoot only fire. And yeah, I thought this would be pretty cool to use with that, as well as the Hyrie's Demise from before, which is supposed to be here. Hyrie's Demise right here, and be able to stack a lot of strength with more fire damage, and, you know, add that and scale that way. So these items are a thing right now, and that's probably, we'll see when we manage to 6 link this bow. I'll get on that, and I'll make the next bow character. And on top we have found 2, not 1 but 2 Poet's Pens right here, so that's also another character that we can make. Yeah, we're going to continue. I love Soul Self-Found. I find that I have everything that I need, except 6 linking stuff, which is really a big pain. I spent about 4,000 fusing this league, 4.5 thousand fusings that I farmed, and the only item I was really able to link, 6 link myself in 4,000 fusings was this lore weave right here. So I mean, it hasn't been easy, but it has been a lot of fun, and I strongly recommend everybody that, you know, I did the trading thing for so long, I got a bit tired of it, honestly. It's just, I mean, you trade all these little items, you trade the maps, you gather alchemies, you gather chisels, you gather exalts and divines, and, you know, pick up some things here, there, and before you know it, the league ends, and all you have is just a bunch of currency in standard that you're not even gonna use. So I'm kind of just like just tired of trading, because I feel that, and even without it, I mean, Glacial Cascade Miner is a build that obviously I proved, and the others as well proved, that you don't need anything, you know, you don't need anything to farm with it. I mean, you just start the build and you run, and it works. But I mean, see, I mean, that's all the currency that I have in standard. That's a lot of currency. That's just a lot of stuff, and it all reaches standard, and I end up not needing anything, you know. So it's kind of like, why am I trading all that much? What's the point if it all gets to standard anyways? I mean, sure, some items here are pretty good, and some items I might not be able. this is worse than the one I have, and actually I don't know if it's worse. It could be. I mean, it's a very good shield, but I mean, I crafted it myself. Yeah, that's what you end up with. I mean, these are excellent pair of gloves right there. Oh, this helmet. Oh my. Oh my, the shaper. Oh yeah, it's just so good. This is my level 100. That's a lore weave right there. This is my level 100 GC miner that I did the race with. That I got this. Where is it? Oh, that. Rank 7 Saboteur, Bestiary Flashback, Moses Flashing Mines. Feels pretty good. So yeah, we got that first demigod. Good stuff. Good stuff. But I mean, other than that, like I said, trading was becoming a little bit of stale, a little bit just wasting so much time on it. In the end, it all gets transferred into standard. So why even? So I decided this league to go for Soul Self-Found, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for it. I love all three of my characters, and I can't wait to make more characters. And like I said, we do have some items that will be build defining, and we're gonna destroy. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was me in Incursion League. If you have any questions, feel free to hop into the stream. I'm streaming every day. At least I try. You know, at least I try. It hasn't been easy on us. It hasn't been easy. Dropped a lot of viewers, a lot of subs. Stream's been kind of dead, honestly. If you do still enjoy, you know, the content, it would mean a lot if you hop in, say hello. You know, stick around for a little bit. Feel free to ask your questions. I'm almost always there. So yeah, in the meantime, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll see you guys on stream. Bye bye, friends.